I'm just going to let people roll in for this one because I'm sure there's a bunch of people who have seen a video circulating that went out today on Jemmye's Patreon, and so I just wanted to come in here and clear it up. So I'm going to let people roll in so they could get a front row seat. Find it interesting that somebody wants to go out there and get paid for putting out lies about the Jordan and I situation. So I just figured I would come give you two for free because it's my story. It's not anybody else's to tell. It's Jordan's too. And this is obviously going to be the first time. Yeah, I'm definitely talking about Jemmye's video. Hold on. I can hear my mom watching it downstairs. Mom, I can hear you watching the live. Lower the volume. Oh my God, my mom. Can you lower that? God, this is what it's like living with your mom. I've still been living with my mom since the breakup, by the way, but I'm moving to Miami soon, so that'll be really cool. Okay, so I'm just coming on here to clear the air, obviously. There was a video put out on Patreon by Jemmye, and she decided that she wanted to air out what happened between me and Jordan in the breakup a year ago, but I feel like it's fair that I just come on here and just give you guys exact dates because there was absolutely no cheating involved. Jordan knows that. Me and Jordan just talked before I got on this call. I just wanted the green light from him that I could come and do this because we really haven't talked about this stuff publicly. So he was like, I understand why you want to go speak your truth. Like, he vouches for me completely. I could fucking screenshot these text messages if I want, but there's still a part of me that wants to honor the fact that we don't want to expose every little ounce and piece of what happened in our relationship. So here it goes. Jordan broke up with me on October 6th. I know this because of a post on my Instagram where I'm sitting on a beach and there's a flower as the caption bent over, and I got picked up by my friend Dana that day because I was devastated. But Jordan broke up with me on that day. I had just come home from filming Double Agents. I was a wreck. We weren't doing well before Double Agents. We thought that maybe this space would help us. It didn't. So I come home. We break up very shortly after that. My friend Dana picks me up on October 6th. I stay with her. I fly back to go see my mom. I stay there for 2 weeks. I am a fucking mess. I'm sitting on the couch. I don't know how to handle this. Like, are we going to talk about it publicly? We were very much broken up. Jordan and I had a conversation in the kitchen. I remember his face and I was like, are we breaking up? Are we seeing other people? Like, are we going to start doing that? And he was like, yes. I was like, okay. Whether or not, like, no, like, that's just the truth. So yeah, I come home, I stay with my mom. I had to go back out to LA to move all my shit. And I had a trip planned out there with a bunch of my friends who were going to come hang out with me after the filming of Double Agents. We had a trip in Malibu. I fly back out there. This all happens like the second week of October. And by November 1st, I was moved back in with my mom completely. So I wasn't in LA at all when I went to Turks and Caicos with Fessy. That was after the fact. I just want to get that very straightforward and cleared up. There was absolutely no cheating involved, and I think it's really fucked up that that's being spread. And Jordan even knows that's not true. I have a text message just to prove it. We just talked about it before I came on here. So I come home. We publicly announced the breakup November 27th. I had to look up the dates of when it was on my Instagram because we had to do an ad with this company called Fanbox. So we still had to finish out a contract that we had together, and we still had to post that we were selling these fan boxes. So we had broken up before the fan boxes. We agreed that we were just going to keep that quiet so that we could finish out our contract, which is what both of us agreed to. This was when I was out in Malibu and we took those pictures with that box. Shout out to everybody who bought the box. And then I go home after that trip. Well, Jordan actually goes to go do a race, and he did a marathon or a triathlon. I forget exactly which one it was. And at that point in time, when he had gone home, that's when it was my time to clean and get everything out of the house. Jordan did not pay me to leave. I furnished the apartment completely. There was a $2,000 couch in there. The TV was mine. It was a huge TV. I paid for the bed. There's a $500 circle mirror on the wall. There's so much shit in that house that is mine, and I paid for it myself. So Jordan agreed that he would cover the cost of that. He paid me $3,000 to cover all of the furniture that he was going to keep. It wasn't like, oh, let me pay Tori to go home. I just got out of the shower. I don't feel like brushing my hair, guys. I'm not even in the mood to do this. I'm just so tired, so I'm going to come on here and clear the air about it all. So anyway, then I go home, and then me and Fessy go on this trip, and I have the thing pulled up right here. We go on this trip the 12th of I'm sorry, the 3rd of December. Jordan and I broke up October 6th. I was in Turks and Caicos, and I was already moved home by then. I was in Turks and Caicos by December 3rd. You can see it right there. So my thing is, you guys can, anybody, and Jordan can feel especially upset with me for how I handled the breakup. You can be mad at me for that. You guys can think, wow, Tori handled that really shitty. I get that. I'm not proud of that. I'm not proud of those moments that I've had. But I never cheated on Jordan, and I handled the breakup very poorly. And it's what cost us our friendship. I think that Jordan and I could have had a great friendship going forward, but because I was just like handling it so poorly, didn't really give a fuck, was looking for anything to make myself feel better, was rebounding here, was doing this there. Like, I was just so upset. I didn't really know how to handle it. So that's what happened. And I mean, there's so many other things I can address in this video that Jemmye put on Patreon. But I just find it really interesting that her main point is that I'm an opportunist when she is somebody who literally is using a relationship that was very difficult to recover from. Both me and Jordan suffered from it, and decided to sell it on her Patreon. So it's the most hypocritical thing I've ever seen. If you're going to call me an opportunist, then you should absolutely be calling yourself that, because you're making money off of my breakup. You're profiting off of our tragedy. Yeah, so I am sad that I even have to come on here and talk about it. I want this to be over. Like, me and Jordan aren't together anymore. It was really hard to go through. How it was handled was not okay. I take full responsibility from that. Nobody has to like me for it. But I think that those dates are very important. And there's a bunch of other shit that I could clear up too. Like, but what's the fucking point? Like, people are going to say what they're going to say about me at this point in time. I don't want to going around that I cheated on Jordan, because that never happened. So I'm sorry that you guys had to listen to this rant. I appreciate it that you are giving me the opportunity to speak my piece and that you're here. You don't have to fucking like me. Believe me, I have enough haters out there. I am so fucking used to it already. But yeah, I just want to heal. And I know Jordan does too. And I'm sure that he was probably talking to Jemmye and like had some moments where he said some things, but he made it very clear in his text messages to me an hour ago that there's a lot of things that she filled in on her own and decided to create a story for herself. So she is using this to completely profit on her Patreon. If you want to go see the whole thing, you can pay her $5 and you can go listen to a bunch of lies, or you can sit here and you can listen to it for free. I'm not ever getting back on Twitter. I don't fucking like that place. It's full of trolls and I just don't have the energy for that. So I hope somebody recorded this video. I don't know, maybe I should save it. Yeah, I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll probably save it. But yeah, thanks so much, guys. I really appreciate all your support, and I'm going to let you go get back to your night and your life, because I'm going to go get back to mine.